I went from Division 3 to pro as a 5'7" corner. And just when I thought I was finally living the dream, I got some bad news from our head coach. I just played in my first professional football game. I had a couple of tackles, a forced fumble, and an interception. I only played about half the game, but with the time that I got, I played decent and made some plays. We ended up losing 38-24, but I was eager to watch film and improve for the next week. And that is when my coach texted me to meet him in his room. Now, if you ever played a sport, you know meeting with the coach can only mean bad things. And I don't know why, but he told me... Oh my gosh, bro. I really was not looking forward to making this video. I really hoped that I never had to make this video in the first place. But sometimes in life, we don't get what we want. So here we are. So as you guys know, I made it on to the Eau Claire Axemen. They're an arena football team out of the Arena League. And I played in the first game. And I thought I did pretty well. I played pretty much only half of the game. And with that in mind, I got a forced fumble and an interception. And I had a couple of tackles on top of that. And I literally only played in half the game. We ended up losing the game, as I said in the intro. And when we got back Monday, I was pretty much ready to get back after it. I went to morning meetings, I went to lift, I did some recovery, and then I went back to the housing in the dorms where everyone stays at. All of a sudden, I get a text from the coach. It says, "Hey, can we have a meeting in my room quick?" And when I got that text, obviously, nothing good happens from going to talk to coach. Like, if you played sports, you know going to talk to your head coach is not a good thing. My first thought was, am I gonna get cut? And when I was walking to his room, I pretty much decided, like, there's no way I'm gonna be cut. I played good in the game, and I feel like I'm just as good, if not better, than other guys on the team. But as you could probably guess from the title, I actually got released and cut from the team the day after the first game. And coach told me it's not about my performance, it's more of a numbers thing. Some people got hurt and they had to replace them, and I wasn't versatile enough to be able to play other positions instead of safety. And because arena rosters are so small, you only get 16 guys on the roster. When one person goes down, you have to replace them, and then you also have to move people around to make sure you have a team to play. And I guess I wasn't as valuable as I thought. And really, my first instincts after I heard that, I was pissed, bro. Like, I was so mad. I kind of went off on coach a little bit, and I said, like, hey, like, all due respect, but I'm definitely good enough to play on this team, and I think I'm better than other people on the team. And coach just told me that it's not my decision to make, and I should really just try and stay out of it, which I get that, but I was definitely pissed. And I was really pissed because it's supposed to be professional sports. I played literally half the game, and I got 2 turnovers. And I just feel like I was kind of slighted in that way because I was given a chance to play and I performed up to the standard, if not higher, and they still cut me. If I went to training camp and I just knew I couldn't compete and these guys were so much better than me, I would have no issue being cut and not playing in the games. But that is not the case. Like, I showed I can play at this level, and more importantly, I know I can play at this level. It doesn't really matter about what the coaches think. Am I confident in my ability to compete against these guys? And me, after that first game, I 100% am. So after I cooled down a little bit, I kind of thanked him for taking me on and taking a chance on me. Even though I think I should definitely still be on the team, I don't want to burn any bridges because I definitely could get a call to come back. Like, people get hurt. I'm only 30 minutes away from Eau Claire, and I could definitely get a call like any day saying, hey, we need you this week. And another thing that kind of pissed me off too is I obviously have a massive social media following. I can market the team really well. I can do so much for the team, and the owners and the coaches obviously didn't see that value that I bring, which made me upset because I feel like I didn't get a chance to not only show what I can do on the field, but what I can do for this business. But it's kind of like a your loss scenario. Like, I don't want to burn bridges with these guys because I could definitely be back, but you know, that doesn't mean I can't be upset about getting cut. This entire thing was completely out of nowhere. Like I said, when I got the text, I did not think I was getting cut. I definitely played good enough. I have the stats to back it, and as a defensive player, like, if you can create turnovers, you are taking opportunities away from the other team to score. And that's like one of the most valuable valuable things you can do as a defensive player, and I did that twice. And if I'm being honest, I definitely don't think I deserve to be cut, but it is a business at the end of the day, and they have to make business decisions. But that doesn't mean that I have to agree with those decisions. And so this actually happened about a week ago. And this entire week that I wasn't on a team, I've just been down in the dumps, to be completely honest. I saw my summer going in a certain direction, and I wanted to bring you guys content based around this football team and based around my life playing football and chasing this dream. And now that I got that taken away from me, I'm honestly kind of lost. And being lost can honestly benefit you, but right now I'm just seeing the negatives out of this. You know, making videos is my career, and I feel like this team took my ability to make videos this summer away from me. And the good part about being lost and major changes in life, it could change for the better. And being cut, I'm just hoping that it opens doors for me that wouldn't have been open if I was still on the team. You know, coaches have doubted me before. I didn't start in college until halfway through my junior season, but I've always woken them up. As soon as I'm given the opportunity to kind of make them aware that I'm really him, then they give me more opportunities to prove myself. I was given an opportunity to prove myself. I feel like I did, but I still got cut, and that's different for me. So I'm still kind of salty about it, but like I said, I can't burn any bridges. I really can't talk too crazy about anybody or too crazy about the organization, because next week I might be playing for them again. This whole experience has taught me that, you know, people love the underdog story. I've been posting my underdog story from Division 3 to pro football on social media for the past like 4 or 5 months. You know, from my point of view, I'm just chasing a dream, and the dream is to play pro football, but it's also to build an audience and build a personal brand with these videos. Being overlooked my entire life, being undersized, and just having to prove people wrong over and over and over again. And that's kind of my mentality going forward, I guess. I know you guys probably are wondering, is this the end of my career? Is this the end of the road? What am I gonna do next? And one thing's for sure, this is not the end of my career. I am going to fight, and I'm going to work as hard as I can to get on another team. I've already reached out to pretty much every team in the Arena League. Honestly, I wouldn't mind going to a different team just because that adds to the story. That's the thing about making social media videos and playing football at the same time, is like everything's a story, and being cut just makes it way more interesting. Nobody is going to cheer or root for the person that hasn't went through struggle. And in order for there to be an amazing hero, there has to be an equal and opposite supervillain that is trying to take down the hero. The Kelsey brothers actually just bought a team in the league, so I think that would be a sick opportunity for me to play for the Kelsey brothers team. But I've been reaching out. I really haven't heard a whole lot back, so I'm not too sure what's going to happen next. I'm just waiting for that next opportunity, and that's one thing that I hate doing. I hate waiting for things to happen. The way I think of myself is I'm going to go get what I want, but this is a little bit out of my control. I kind of have to wait for a spot to open up on a team in order for me to get another opportunity. The only thing I can do is literally just stay ready, stay in shape, work every single day to make sure that I'm a better football player than I was. And honestly, if any of you guys that are watching this have a connection to Arena Football or any football teams, please reach out to me, comment below, DM me on Instagram, because all I'm looking for is an opportunity to prove everybody wrong and prove myself right one more time. I had a coach cut me from the team. He thought someone else was better than me. I just have to prove him wrong, whether it's on the Axemen or a different team. My story is nowhere near finished. If it's this week, if it's next week, if it's next year, I'm going to get back on the football field. I'll keep you guys updated if I get any offers for any teams, but for now, just stay tuned. When one door closes, a couple more open. I'm excited. Get me back on that field. I'm trying to play football.